Camilla. Good morning. Happy Moon Day to y'all. Got a couple of announcements to make for y'all, but I need to grab my mouse. I need to grab my mouse and pause this TV real quick. All right. First of all, happy Litha to you guys because we are going into Litha. Will be our next Sabbath, and we are already preparing for that. Just to let you guys know that typically what witches do is they go with with the solstice calendar, and there's usually all sorts of esbats and things in between it in preparation for it. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys about that, but I wanted to remind y'all that I have an arsenal of stock with candles. So I will be fully stocked this week for your cleanses. Okay. So if you guys are interested in a deep soul cleansing or spiritual cleansing, core cutting cleanse, whatever your intent, then you guys will want to contact me. Well, typically, people that are getting cleanses, they just go and they get either a reading or a consultation, and they already know that they need a cleanse or that they want to cleanse, or their spirits have told them they would benefit from one. Okay, so you guys will either want to purchase a consultation. My consultations are $80 US, and readings, the 1 hour readings are $80 US as well. Okay. And then, so I'll be fully stocked for those of you that are ready to go this week on your cleanses. Okay. Um, I probably will not have time to do a haul video, but I might. Okay. So I'll be ready to go on cleanses. Cleanses are usually done the ritual is usually done and completed within 24 hours. And then, of course, there's some other stuff. So as far as information about my cleanses and how I do them, you would have to get a consultation. Okay. You can either pay for that on Etsy or either through Cashapp or Venmo. Okay. And by the way, just to let you guys know, unless you are a client that I already know and you may be grandfathered in, um, and some of y'all, I may ask y'all to do a Zoom meeting with me. I'm doing all of my readings by Zoom, Facebook Messenger, or uh, Skype. I haven't used Skype in forever, but I throw that in there because so many people still like to use Skype. I think it's a much more fulfilling reading experience because you can see your cards, and I've got a nice little setup or whatever. Very, very meditative. I really do like it. But just to let you guys know, Litha is rolling out. Litha is actually going to be on June the 21st. A lot of people celebrate Litha which is the summer solstice. A lot of people celebrate Litha between the 21st and the 24th of June. Now, obviously, in order for you to celebrate it, it's going to depend on what were the occurrence of events that happened previous to that. What were you doing? So basically, it's not just going to be a ancestor veneration or a celebration. It's also going to be a money and success ritual. Okay. And then we'll be gearing up to go towards Lanasa. Lanasa is a totally different thing. I believe I'm going to make Lanasa by invitation only. I'm not going to be offering everybody Lanasa, but everybody definitely can get into Litha. Now, if you guys need cleanses, or if you have a particular negative spiritual situation, the solstices cannot replace work that already needs to be done, such as contracts, spiritual contracts, generational hexes, and if you need a cleanse. Cleanses is basically after you have been going through the shit that goes on in this world, interacting with people, touching people, people breathing on you, people, and their energy projecting and all of that stuff. The cleanses is definitely an excellent way to clear yourself of those bad energies, okay? The reason why I love summer solstice, and we will actually be right at a full moon during the summer solstice, which is Litha. We will be right at a full moon. During Litha, we will be in a Scorpio moon. And then as we go towards the full moon, we'll go into Sagittarius, but we'll be in Scorpio, full Scorpio moon energy during Litha. Okay, just to let you guys know. During this time, there's going to be heavy work done for protection, health, and prosperity. Okay, mainly for a lot of you guys, health. Okay, now make sure that y'all make sure that you're adding reminders for my lives, because we're going to be talking about the Seal of Solomon. We're going to be talking about King Solomon. I'm going to do that sometime this week. So I ordered replacement tiki wicks, and then we got some tiki torch fluid, and we got plenty of wood, plenty of starter blocks. We are going to be doing an Esbat. So if you are in by this Friday, which you don't have to, because we've got like a month, like it's May. It's not for another 2 months. But if you are in the circle, it starts now. So we will be doing an Esbat. Either the 7th or the 8th of May, we're going to do another bonfire for protection, and then other intent, you know what I'm saying? And so if you guys want to get into that, otherwise you guys can just come and watch, because I know that I'm going to be I don't want to say that I'm redoing Beltane, but I wanted my tiki torches to be lit up. And I didn't realize that the little wicks would be wet. I didn't realize that. So they were actually wet. They were heavily saturated with water. It's actually getting ready to rain today. Actually, it's going to rain pretty heavy today. It looks like it, at least, because I know that the sky was like really grayish, whitish this morning. So you guys can get into Litha. I would suggest getting in it in advance. But typically people don't start getting into Litha until like possibly June. But I'm going to be preparing myself for Litha because, of course, the main thing, first of all, it will be an outdoor ritual. This year, I made offerings indoors inside of the house. We're going to have like an outdoor thing. And then, of course, on Friday, I'm going to be making some offerings to nature as well. Okay. Very important to do that. Also, if you guys need guidance as far as practicing witchcraft or Wicca, I still am available for you guys' classes. I don't do like group classes. I do one-on-one classes with people 5 to 6 times per week, depending on your time or your schedule. And because some of you guys have to do things on a cyclic basis, because some of you guys have people and other entities doing work on you all the time. So it's not only important to, seek help, because I was just watching Rosemary's Baby this morning. And in the movie, Rosemary goes to another doctor to ask for the doctor's help. But of course, the doctor is in on it. He's in the club, obviously. So he sells her out. And I'm like, well, why she didn't go to a witch or either, a priest, a preacher or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I was just tripping off of that. So it's not just about going and getting work done through witches. It is also about learning your own witchcraft. So Litha is really big because it's all about having the power of all things. It's very deep when it comes to Litha. And because from what I've been seeing, I don't know, some kind of a adjustment or something. Like, for example, last year when I first moved into my house, my whole front yard was just filled with dandelions. It was so weird. And this year I didn't get as many dandelions as I did last year. So something is up with that. And so, we can talk about all that stuff later. But I'm gonna be fully stocked. I got a lot of stuff coming in, okay? Especially for your cleanses, and then also for the bonfires. So we're actually going to do a bonfire probably every week, weekly, okay? Until Litha, and then including Litha. We'll have a bonfire, and I'll just be outside that whole day. It's being outside for me is so, like, I'm so happy that it's not cold anymore. And, I'm happy that summer is here. You know what I'm saying? And so those energies are really powerful. Now, many of you guys have the hardest time during the summers. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why you have the hardest time is because of traffickers and people, spiritual traffickers. That's what they are. They're spiritual traffickers. They pretty much will, what they do is they cause just enough distraction in your head so that you won't be focused, or either so that you'll be focused on other things that either don't concern you or other things that aren't even real. Okay, so make sure that you guys are really, really paying attention, because I know that there has been a lot of people that have been extremely concerned and even afraid for the future. Well, I can tell you that your spirit guides and your ancestors and how you connect to this earth and the elements depends on that a lot, okay? So I put a little bit of information about Litha um on the on my Etsy page, but it doesn't really go into detail. It just kind of gives you a brief description of what you can expect and just a little bit of information. I might fill it in a little bit more, but you guys can go and check that out. Also, like I said, cleanses. A lot of you guys want cleanses before you probably wanted cleanses months ago, honestly. You need to get those before we pass through these Sabbats, because what they do is these energies, they're attached to you, and then what ends up happening is that if you don't clear yourself of that, this is what you start attracting. This is what you start thinking about. Okay, you are what you think. You get what you think. You get what you think about. Okay, you do. And so cleanses are really important. So I will be fully stocked this week. Make sure that you guys get a consultation, because you have to get a consultation. And I think with Lanasa, I'm going to require at least a 30-minute consultation before I allow you in the Lanasa circle. Okay. A lot of big money work is going to be getting done as far as the benefits with Litha as well as Lanasa. Okay. Right, especially if you're a witch. There's a lot of people that don't like to practice that way, but witches have been doing it the way that I do it for years, and they enjoy being a witch, because they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. It's a reason why we celebrate these Sabbats. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm tired. I know I look tired as hell. That's all I wanted. I hope y'all having a happy moon day. I will see y'all later. I'm gonna try to get a few more of the readings done later on this afternoon, this evening, but that'll be later, because that Scorpio reading just really did it for me. Okay, it did. So anyway, I'll see y'all later. Peace and love to y'all. Blessed be, and what's the other thing I was gonna say? Love and light. Love and light. All right, bye y'all.